you got a few chickens, use the chicken math, and now you've got more eggs than you know what to do with. So today I'm going to go over one of the ways that you can use up some of your excess eggs, and that is hard-boiled eggs in the Instant Pot. It's super easy, so stick around and I'll show you how I do it. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have everything. Get the flies out of your hair. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure you've got everything. I always do 12 eggs at a time. I've got my Instant Pot, which is a Farberware edition, so I'll go over some specifics with that. Put this inside to set my eggs on top of it. I want to keep this handy because when the eggs are done, I'm going to put them in some ice water, okay? So, first things first, we're going to fill this up with water, get our eggs washed, and then we'll go from there. I definitely want to wash my eggs because I store them unwashed. They keep a lot better. They have that membrane on them right out of the hen, and they're going to keep much longer. I could probably even keep them on the counter that way. So I'm definitely going to get these washed up before I put them in my Instant Pot. All my eggs washed, I'm going to fill up my pan. I want to put enough water in it that it's going to cover all the eggs while I've got the rack in there as well. Perfect. So that's going to be deep enough that it'll cover up all my eggs. My eggs are all washed up, and I put them in, submerged in water, and I put that rack in to keep them off the top because you don't want them on the top. So I try to separate them out as best I can. You can get special racks for that, but this works just fine. That's the rack that came with this Instant Pot. No issues using that one. I've done it several times. So now we're going to get our lid on. Always have a heck of a time with this. All right, so you want it locked. Mine beeps to let you know it's locked. The other super important thing you want to look at is, are you at the setting where you're going to build up pressure? So you can kind of see mine there. It's got a little cloud of steam. So you're going to want it where you're building up pressure. So you get it just like that. Your little indicator will be down, and then you're ready to go. The thing that threw me off the first time I did this was a lot of the recipes that I had looked at would say you need to be on high pressure. Well, if you look, mine doesn't say anything about high pressure. I've just got all these menu options: slow cook, soup, rice, etc. And then I've also got a brown and sear. So what I finally figured out, I'm no chef, I'm no genius here, but high pressure is just anything except the slow cook and the sear. So I'm going to go over to just my soup, stew. I'll just do rice setting, and then I need to set my time. So I'm going to hit time. Whoops, let's see here. All right, we'll get this right at some point. So on the Farberware, you've got to select your program. So you can select any of them except for your slow cook, your brown sear, and apparently rice risotto as well, because that's what I was trying to do, and it did not like me doing that. See, it wouldn't let me do that. So I went to 4, time cook, and it's going to let me select a time. I like to have mine kind of on the not runny side, but not real gross either in my book. So I do 6 minutes on that. So 5 to 6 is going to get you middle of the road eggs. So that's going to get going. It's starting now. I'm on the fish steam, which is a high pressure, not slow cook, apparently not rice, and not brown sear. So it's going to start building up pressure, and that does take a little bit of time. So Instant Pot might be a fallacy if you're in a really big hurry, but it's a set it and forget it. So now I can go work on something else while this gets going, and it'll keep it warm for me if I'm not here right when it gets done. So I'm letting that build up pressure. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to eat some of my radishes. Look at that. That's all from yesterday. That's one big bag a radish. Well, inevitably, something has to go wrong when I'm making a video. I don't know what the heck was going on, but this thing took forever to build pressure. I kind of wiggled some stuff around there. I don't know if something was stuck or what, but we are officially building pressure. This is popping up. So once it's completely built pressure, the time will start on here. Like I said, I'm making a video, so something had to go wrong. I am almost done with my beer, and this darn thing hadn't built pressure yet. It does not usually take that long, I promise. Alright, so you can see that my timer finished up, and then it's going to go ahead and keep it warm for me until I'm ready. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this out just a tad. Release my pressure. I'm filling up my cold water. My ice maker's on the fritz, so I'm going to put this in the freezer. I got a little bit of ice in there. But it's going to take just a minute for that to blow off the steam. Alright, we've got our cold water. Like I said, my ice maker's on the fritz, so I was improvising a little bit. But we should be good to go now. I'll open this sucker up. And then I'm going to spoon these. A fancy little ladle here. Right into the cold water. And I don't know how much of a difference the cold water and how cold it is really makes. I just always try to get it as cold as possible. Uh-oh. I had a cracked one there. Oh, I think he was cracked when I put him in. And like I said, super cold water. I put it in here for 6 minutes. That's kind of middle of the road to slightly drier rather than runny. And I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to probably go ahead and put them in the refrigerator for a while as well and let them cool off before I even try to peel them. And that seems to have brought me pretty good luck. Honestly, I think the biggest factor in easy to peel hard-boiled eggs is using older eggs. These weren't super old, but they were the oldest ones I had. And I needed to get some made because we're going to have some egg salad sandwiches this week. So that, I think, honestly, is the biggest factor. I know there's all sorts of tricks and whatever BS out there. I've always had the best luck when I have older eggs. I'm going to go ahead and get my rack out of there, out of my way. And get my last egg. There he is. And then these guys are going to chill out in the refrigerator for a while until they get cold, nice and cold to the touch. And then I'll peel them and I'll show you guys that so you can see how this turned out. Like I said, I've had really good luck in the past, but it's not 100%. It kind of seems like the older the eggs, the better. But we'll see how these turned out. I got the eggs out of the refrigerator. It has been, I don't know, maybe an hour, probably 2 hours that I had them in the refrigerator. And look at that. I can't even believe it. I got my compost coffee can over here, so I'll put all these shells in there when I'm done peeling. But that's not bad at all. I will totally take that. Look at that. You don't get that very often. So, and then I'll give this one a rinse. I'll show you what the color is on the inside so you can see that. So that is that color. I'll give it a bite. Hi, Melissa. Hi. And that, I'm going to make sure you catch it on video here. That's the color that we're going for. That's what I like. If you want it a little runnier, do a couple less minutes. And if you want it a little darker or harder, do it a few more. But that's perfect. Those eggs are probably, I'm going to guess, a week old or so. And I did them right at 6 minutes on the Instant Pot. So if you want some perfect eggs, that seems to be the recipe. Is for easy peeling and perfect on the inside. Alright, I am all done peeling all dozen eggs. You can see the results there. Check this out. Tell me those weren't perfectly boiled eggs. Some of them were a struggle, but then you got perfection. And anyone that knows me will tell you I have zero patience. So this is probably due to me just ripping it apart. But you're not going to get more perfect hard-boiled egg than that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments how it worked for you. Have a good one.